welcome back to week 7 of Keeping Your Tank Full. I'm Pastor Sally.
And I'm Pastor Melanie.
And last week we talked about the importance of reaching out beyond yourself for help. And so this week we're going to talk about the importance of relationships, and in particular friendships, and reaching out to people to talk to them. And conversely, allowing others to talk to you. And one of the ways that I kind of think about this is actually the image of a well or a pit. But if you have someone who's coming to you to tell you about something that's deep and important to them and painful, the image is that they're in the well. And so you, as the friend, want to be able to come and to join them in the well, but to have a way out, to have that rope or that ladder to be able to get out. Because if you're not in the well, then you're not really able to get in and support that person in a mental and emotionally supportive way. Or if even what they're going through triggers you to go even deeper in the well, that can be 2 people stuck in the well, and we don't want more people stuck in the well. And so it's important for this well analogy. One of the litmus tests that I ask myself when caring for others is, where am I in relation to the well? Am I in it? Am I not even close to it? Oh gosh, has this taken me to a place that I can't get out of?
Yeah. That's a really great question, a really helpful analogy. And it reminds me of a little video clip by Brene Brown. It's a bit different, but she talks about the difference between sympathy and empathy. And sympathy is kind of an initial start, if you will, but empathy is a way of going deeper. And so she actually has a pit. It's a little video that's animated with characters. There's like a fox and a bear and I think an antelope or something. And so they all have a different role. So the fox is in a really hard place, and the fox is actually down in this pit. Well, the bear comes down the ladder and accompanies the fox for a time, turns on the light switch, makes it a little brighter, offers a hug, and they're there together. The bear's with the fox in it together. And then along comes the antelope, and the antelope kind of peeks in and is like, ooh, it's bad in here. And, you know, jolts, basically, steps out and just doesn't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So here's the bear being empathetic, and the antelope just kind of comes in and out. And I think in the church, there's a place for sympathy, right? We send sympathy cards, we do simple things. But I think when we get to the empathy place, it's really when we're able to go a little deeper with a person, to really accompany them. You know, how is this impacting you? How are you really doing? To kind of get at that really honest place of conversation, if you will. That sometimes even among friends can be hard to get to, especially if it brings stuff up for us, like you were talking about. So I want to hold all of that together, but I think if we're only, you know, kind of on the surface of things, when we know someone's going through a really hard time, we want to ask ourselves, can I do more? Can I sort of encourage myself to go deeper with this and sit with this person's pain a little bit more? On the other hand, we might have the opposite approach. We might be in way too deep, and so then we have to ask that question too, where are we in relation? But if we can come alongside and kind of accompany, but not get mired in the other person's situation, then I think that's good. We need to tend our own lives. We all have our own needs and relationships, but gosh, if I'm going through a hard time, I'd love for you to be there, and I'd also love for you to be able to do your own thing, and other people will come in and out of my life to help me with that too. And ideally, I think that's when we're being good church together. We're being good empathizers. We're being good hands and feet of Christ with each other in those friendships.
And building deeper relationships.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Isn't that what we want in these days?
Yeah, exactly. So just a little food for thought, I guess, a couple of different little images or analogies that may be helpful for you. We hope are helpful as you navigate relationships in this extra stressful time, caring for yourselves, caring for each other. We're all in it together.
Okay, join us next week for week 8. We hope to see you then.
Yep. Take good care.